This is the Scooch Podcast bonus episode. Squirrely D and Darius Hill join with you here today.
Do you want me to do the sound effects myself in this episode?
Why would I want you to do the sound effects?
I got you.
No, I was just planning on putting that in post-production. You don't have to do that. Let's start over. This sucks.
It was just not the same without J-Mesh.
No, it's better.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it truly is Scooch Mania when we're pumping out bonus episodes.
No, yeah, 100%, bro.
One after another, 100%, and
bro.
I like this format, you know.
Yeah.
Just be prepared for the Scooch Podcast. A lot more bonus content to be prevalent, but we'll be back on track with episode 10.
Yeah, as they always say, mainline stuff normally takes longer because it has more care in
it. Yeah, I mean, we still do, write notes. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just less of a headache getting all of us together and worrying about recording and making sure everyone can hear each other well. And
I mean, I don't think I've taken notes for a bonus episode yet.
Well, maybe work on that.
No,
I'm just kidding.
You getting lazy?
No, I think it is fine to just simply speak from the heart, I guess you could say. Like, I mean, with Dragon Ball, the evolution of Dragon Ball, none of us wrote notes. We just, went off the cuff, and I think it probably wouldn't have gone as well if we, kind of artificially scripted out points we wanted to say. It was just like a pure raw conversation, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, it'll never be as good as if we script out an entire podcast one day.
Nobody does that. What are you talking about?
What do you mean, bro? Everybody does that. Joe Rogan taught me. I know him. He's my dad. No.
Joe Rogan has pure intellectual conversations about DMT and hunting.
I mean,
why you should hunt for your own food.
One being very, very much better than the other, but yeah. But what's the topic for today?
Hunting for your own food.
Have you enjoyed doing that in the past?
I have gone hunting, but I've never killed any game before.
I have never gone hunting. I thought it not a waste of time, but like, who wants to fucking wake up that early? That's not fun. That's not fun.
Also, it's usually in the winter months.
Yeah.
For most game, maybe summer is good for. I don't know. I don't know if anyone hunts during the summer, right?
Only being in the South will, one of your teachers take pictures of their hunting situations and show them to you in class. This has happened to me in high school.
You've had teachers,
yes,
killed an animal, and they've showed you their corpses.
Yes.
Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
I don't want to do any name drops, but I wish you could tell me.
Yeah.
Do I know them?
I mean, teachers in high school.
Yeah.
I don't really know much more than just saying that.
I've had teachers in high school as well, and we went to the same high school. And
I think at least 2 or 3 have shown the class like their hunting stuff before. Like,
they've done a whole PowerPoint presentation.
Not a whole PowerPoint presentation. I mean, kind of, sort of. They like took a bunch of pictures and like, well, I guess we got some free time. I'll show you guys what I've been up to. It just shows a bunch of pictures of what they the type of stuff they're hunting. Oh shit! look at this. It just ran past my infrared camera. That's crazy. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, okay. I could think of one teacher in particular, but it was junior high. It wasn't high school.
Oh wow.
that has done that.
Really?
Yeah, and we were in the same class.
Wow. I can't remember much from middle school.
But I guess we should get on topic before we turn away a bunch of viewers with this very niche conversation. Yeah. We're going to see if Close Enough, the show created by J.G. Quintel, holds its own against other adult animation.
Or, like I said, is Close Enough the perfect successor to regular shows?
Or, phrasing another way, is Close Enough good enough?
Yeah, that's a great title, bro.
And we came up with that like a month ago. Do you remember? We had this in the works for a long time. It was just a matter of me watching the entire show, which I did in 2 days.
Because I've seen it like 3 times at this point.
How long did it take you to get through the whole first season with your first viewing?
A day.
Just one day.
Yeah. I mean, of course, if I've been anticipating it for so long and I'm like, well, it's only 8 fucking episodes, and I'm so used to binging like anime and stuff. Yeah, it's to take like a day.
Like usually when you look forward to something, you kind of want to savor it. So it's like, oh, I'll watch an episode today.
I'll watch it again the next day.
Okay, fair enough. So you watched the entire 8-episode first season in one day?
Yep.
That would be 176 minutes. So, yeah, it's only about 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you get through the first season. Yeah, that's easily doable. I did it within 2 days, 2 nights to be more specific. So, I didn't want to be up for 3 hours at a time. So, yeah, it makes sense. I would space it out like an hour and a half a night to watch these.
So what do you kind of want to do? Do you want to like go over the characters or go over like our
we could go over the premise and touch upon the episodes. I mean, we could probably go through the episodes. There's not many episodes, just 15 segments, split up. And for some reason, the last episode is a whole sort of its own episode.
No, yeah.
But yeah, this show was originally for TBS way back in 2017.
Yeah, it was. And like,
so was this whole first season finished in 2017?
That's the thing. It looks like trailer wise, it looks like that trailer was specifically made for that. It doesn't look like any of the episodes were actually finished during that time.
Okay.
Because when you go back and look at the trailer, now, they kind of still look the same, but it's a bit rougher, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just the pilot that was aired in 2017 or shown, and maybe just throughout that 3-year span, they're looking for a different network. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the whole behind the scenes process of this.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
But I was hoping that maybe you could touch upon it.
Like I said in my video, I said I would have assumed that maybe they were trying to not take their time exactly, but kind of prepare like all the seasons they wanted to do, because I remember hearing back in the day, like once the trailer came out, they're like, yeah, they already greenlit it for season 2 and season 3. We're already doing those as well. I'm not sure how real those were, but there were sayings of those, and I'm like, well, okay, I guess they just want to take their time and release them like continuously, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, I just think HBO kind of saw how many views the trailer had and was like, hold up, can you wait until we put up our streaming service? so we can put that on there.
It is kind of. I do find it kind of odd that it's a HBO Max exclusive.
I would say it's odd, but at the same time, there's Cartoon Network has a lot of their shows on there, and they even did like an Adventure Time bonus type of episode on there. So it's not as crazy as you would expect.
So HBO Max and Cartoon Studios has sort of a connection there.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm trying to think of something else. I think they also said they're bringing the Boondocks back. If you ever seen that before.
Yes, I've seen that.
Okay, yeah, they said they're bringing that back with like the old creators and everything for HBO Max and stuff like that as well.
But this is the first Cartoon Network Studios for a adult cartoon.
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm not sure if Rick and Morty was filmed in house or not.
No, it wasn't a Cartoon Network Studios production.
Okay. What about Samurai Jack? I think that was filmed over. I mean, no, that's normally done overseas, I think.
Or like William Street or Titmouse.
Yeah.
Usually the adult side of Cartoon Network is, those studios.
I can't wait for the first adult cartoon. You'll see the Frederator thing on there.
Or what's the productions with Jimmy Neutron with the monkey with the third eye?
Hi, I'm Carl. I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you mean.
Did you know that this was originally gonna be on Adult Swim?
The show.
And it was gonna be titled Splittin' Rent.
Was it?
Yes.
It's not a catchy title.
It's not. I'm glad they didn't go through with that.
That's not a catchy
that would have been
title
horrible.
At all.
Splittin' Rent.
I probably would have still watched it, but that's definitely not a catchy title.
It probably would have been more centered around the relationship of Emily and Josh sharing their apartment or house or whatever with Alex and Bridget.
Yeah, which I like the concept of this one better to an extent. I mean, it's basically the same concept, but they're splitting the rent and stuff in this apartment because they want to pay for this their child Candace to go to this amazing school.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I kind of dig it.
With the amazing hippie teacher.
With the amazing
Mr. Campbell.
Hippie teacher. That sucks at picking up women.
Speak with your words, bitch.
Oh no. I remember what was it, the Cool Mom episode or something.
Yeah.
Where the child like shitted on Mr. Campbell. He went outside. You can do this.
Oh yeah. She put Mr. Campbell in a timeout. It's like, don't cry for yourself or something. Yeah, it's very pitiful stuff. But yeah, I think we all do like ourselves Mr. Campbell.
Yeah, 100%.
It's kind of a, how would you say it? It's kind of like a standard, I guess, to have a hippie teacher.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Because there's a few shows. One comes to mind is Beavis and Butthead that has a similar style teacher.
One that comes to my mind is The Amazing World of Gumball. They also have sort of a hippie counselor.
I think it's pretty prevalent in the cartoon world.
Yeah.
So there are some contrivances and cliches in this show, but it's fine. It's a cartoon show.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think if you branch out too much, it could be too experimental. Like, what's the podcast one?
Well, the Midnight Gospel.
Yeah. I feel that's maybe too experimental, where it kind of turns off general audiences.
I can see that.
I mean, that one was kind of a hit. So
yeah. I can see some stuff being like, yeah, too experimental.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with this, I remember sitting down watching the first episode, and I was like, okay, is this like, is it gonna be exactly like regular show? Is it gonna be its own thing? And I remember watching it, and it was the first episode, which is Cruelty Pleasures, where they had to get that quote made.
Yeah, for Candace.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember like when the little orphan people started getting like thrown off the car and stuff, and they just like randomly exploded, and I'm like, oh, okay, so it is regular show just with people. Okay, neat.
Well, just for some context, audience, I've seen bits and pieces of regular show, but I've never watched the series regularly. So I have no ties or nostalgia, I guess, coming into Close Enough. It's just kind of fresh to me. I'm familiar with the art style. Of course, I recognize, they're the same thing as regular show. But in terms of like humor and character types and stuff like that, there's no connection for me.
Yeah.
I guess I can understand a bit of the humor. Like I said, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but never like a full episode and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'm down to like go back and watch it if it's readily available anywhere.
It's also on HBO Max. It's really good.
Oh, okay. But I didn't watch this on HBO Max.
It's really good still. I don't know. Like, yeah, like regular show still holds up, and Close Enough holds up as well, surprisingly. I think the biggest shock for me was more the more modern music that was on here. Because in regular show, whenever there were like music cues and stuff, it was mostly like songs from the 80s, because of course that's the time they grew up in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in here it was like, why don't we just play Turn Down for What right now, right quick? Like,
yes, and they mimic the music video of like constantly crashing through the ceiling.
While they throw in a lot of sexual innuendos as they can.
Yeah. Which I don't know why you'd say modern music. That song came out like 7 years ago.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
And our friend of the show, JMash97, used to bump that song a lot.
Oh my god.
It is true. I probably heard that for the good majority of like 2016 maybe in the car.
Do you think J-Mash was the type of person a few years back to play Mo Bamba?
He probably, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. J-Mash currently just found out about Mo Bamba and really likes it, and he probably just heard Sicko Mode and saved it to a playlist.
Hey, you guys heard about this guy, Travis Scott? He kind of cool.
Got his burger the other day.
I got his burger the other day. Oh my god.
But Josh Singleton, he's very much based on J.G. Quintel.
Yeah. Which
like that's the hairstyle he used to have, and of course it's voiced by him, and maybe the same aspirations, around the same age as well.
Yeah. Which
in their 30s.
Which if you've seen regular show, Mordecai was also basically J.G. Quintel.
I know he was voiced by him.
Yeah, even like personality wise and stuff, still very similar to Josh, very similar to J.G. Quintel. Yeah, but the only difference is he's a fucking bluebird. Blue Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Blue Jay. And what was the character from Close Enough with the similar hair? I mean, not Close Enough, sorry, forgive me. Regular show, there's a character, can't think of his name, I know it was something obscure. He has the same hairstyle.
It's Josh?
Yeah. Or similar.
So, I didn't know about this at first, but like during my whole like doing some research for the video and stuff, yeah, there were a lot of Easter eggs to like characters you're gonna see in Close Enough, in a regular show. Like I remember in like one of the dodgeball episodes where they had to face like this girl team. I think like the characters that looks very similar to Bridget, which is the Japanese American chick in this show. Yeah, I think she was on that team, which was surprising.
Also, the guy who voices Alex, isn't he also in regular show?
I'm honestly not sure.
Okay. I think he is.
Okay.
Is maybe a very minor character.
I think the biggest connection between regular show and Close Enough is the what are they called? The like student film stuff that J.J. Quintel made back in the day.
Yeah.
More specifically, 2 in the AM PM.
Yeah, 2 in the AM PM.
Which is like the biggest thing. I remember looking at that because I've never looked at that before. After looking at Close Enough, I knew of them, but I've never took the time to look at them. I was like, well, what can this be about? Oh, 2 gas station employees taking drugs and tripping out. Neat.
Yes. Also voiced by the same people, correct?
Yeah.
Like Mordecai, or is that his name?
Yeah. And the manager dude, Benson.
Yeah.
Voiced by the same people.
The gumball dad.
Yeah, sure, bro.
What's the name of his character?
I just said it, Benson.
And that's sort of like their father figure in the show.
I guess you could sort of say that he's the part manager, where they're just the employees, so they have some sort of a role similar to that, I guess.
Gotcha. So coming into Close Enough, I was expecting a show more grounded, but there seems to be quite a few fantastical elements with the show. Like, for example, in the episode titled The Perfect House, Emily is obsessed with visiting open houses because she's not happy with her apartment. And it somehow, out of nowhere, turns into like a void with a 80s, 90s sitcom vibe. Like, there's a laugh track and she's wondering where the laugh track is coming from. I thought that was a bit strange.
She looks so that there's actually a live audience watching them.
Yeah, and they're just in this void, and it's not really explained, which is fine. It's a cartoon, but I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of expecting something more grounded, I guess. Like I would even be okay with the orphans somehow turning into their
older, very much older
original selves, I guess you could say. Yeah, when they're really old people. With dwarfism,
and
which I'm fine with. I just think that's British. A little bit of a disappointment for me. But then again, there really isn't many adult animations that don't have fantastical elements to them. Maybe like just Bob's Burgers or something. That's all that comes to mind. Right now,
if you've ever seen regular show before, like I have, I'd go as far to say that this is actually sort of grounded compared to some of the fantastical events that happens halfway through an episode of regular show.
Regular show is more. I know it has adult elements, but it's more kid oriented and like just. I've seen the characters before. I'm just saying with this one. I thought it would be more grounded.
Yeah, I can understand. But I think some of the more kind of sort of grounded episodes were some of my favorites. Like I think
of regular show.
No, close enough.
Okay. For example,
Skate Dad.
Yeah, I did like that.
That was one of my favorite episodes. Where Josh.
That's no Skate Dad. It's a Skate Father.
Oh my god. Yeah, bro. I like the beginning as well, bro. He's trying to do something for his child, and she's just like sitting there watching an unboxing video of a toy she
Yeah.
already has, and I'm like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you just open it yourself? This is better.
This is better. Like,
Which it really is like that, because those unboxing videos on YouTube get crazy amounts of views, and probably the majority of it is just children, because children just have they're just such an awe watching stuff being unboxed. And I'd be a hypocrite if I said I wasn't interested in seeing unboxings, but I'm not really in that audience. I don't really subscribe or watch any sort of unboxing videos. I guess it's cool. I guess the main thing is to see like the newest iPhone or something.
The newest iPhone.
Yeah, some people I think are just really into like stuff being unpacked.
I'm trying not to get off topic, but speaking of phones, I recently saw a commercial for a new Motorola Razr.
Yeah, it's a flip phone, right?
Yes, a flip phone.
Yeah, that's old news.
I was shooketh. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm like, wow, they're bringing flip phones back. That's crazy.
That's old news, because I knew about that since maybe February.
Really?
Yeah, and there's also the Samsung Galaxy Flip that's been out since February as well.
That as well. You are right. Yeah. You are right. Another episode on the same actual episode, honestly, is what's the title? 100% No Stress Day.
Yeah.
Where Emily is like super fucking stressed, and she's trying to do all these things to try to calm down. But I like Josh and Alice's side story a lot. What's this?
You'll have to remind me.
It's the episode where they got to go to the grocery store because their what's it called, emergency ham or something isn't there.
Oh yeah, they're looking for hams.
The Hamburglers. They're still the stripper clown people are chasing them.
Yes.
He's like, ha, that's not a giraffe. Wait for it.
And it grows.
Oh, no, that was so hilarious.
That's pretty crazy if you could do that with your penis, if you're able to tie it.
Yeah, 100%. That's why
that would be very painful.
That's why they're clowns, bro. They take the pain for our jokes.
For our amusement.
Exactly.
So I guess Josh he's really good at video game programming.
Yeah. That was his dream job.
Yep. And then now he works at like a Best Buy equivalent of installing TVs.
Yep.
Just a dead end sort of job. But yeah, his passion lies with video game programming.
Yeah.
He has...
You can see that a lot with...
Climbing Ladders in this episode, the VR game.
Yep.
Which is just a game, a virtual reality game where you're just climbing ladders. It reminded me of the Fairly Odd Parents VR episode.
Oh.
Just the aesthetic of it.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool how old that episode was, and it's kind of,
Wasn't that a movie?
No, it was an episode.
Oh, okay.
From like 2002, but yeah, it was really forward thinking with VR, which VR is nothing new. It's been...
Yeah.
There was even like Nintendo, forgot what it was in the 80s. I mean, it was hardly VR, but VR has been discussed for a long time. What's so funny?
Sorry. When you said Nintendo, I started thinking of the first episode again. When they were looking for the thread and stuff for the quilt.
The Spanish market.
Yeah. Josh doesn't know any Spanish, so they're talking to him. It's like, whoa, you guys are selling Nintendos?
Yeah, and he has
what?
BJ.
They're selling churros. Bird Josh.
Remember BJ?
Bird Josh.
Yeah, stupid ass white boy.
What?
Dumbass white boy.
They're selling churros. Okay, bro. Oh man, that's funny. I like their who's it? Their leasing person as well. She's kind of funny sometimes.
Oh, with the adopted son?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her neighbor, yeah.
Yeah. I think they have some funny adventures sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But yeah, it's based around these 4 adults and Candace, the child.
Yep.
I like Alex a lot.
You like Alex a lot?
Yeah.
I don't think I liked him at first, but he grew on to me closer to like the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the episode with him being like the teacher trying to like teach these college students that didn't want to listen.
College professor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These college students that didn't want to listen. Just like
right. And he went through all these extremes.
Took fucked up videos of him falling.
What's your Instagram so I could tag you?
The only thing that was different about the first video and the last video is they said he was cool at the end.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the voice actor Jason Mantzoukas really brings that character to life. I don't know. I just like his voice.
Yeah,
and I have seen him in other stuff, and I like him. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I can understand that.
It's just charming.
Yeah, it is.
I liked him. I liked him in the what was the episode with the VIP room? He was saying he deserves to die because he's over 30.
Logan's run. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, he's getting old.
Yeah,
that was an interesting episode.
Yeah, I for some reason didn't catch the reference sooner. I should have caught it way sooner.
That being
it's
Logan's Run.
Logan's Run. The movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, you named a club after a 1970s novel or something?
Yeah, it was the old movie from like late 1900s. It's actually a pretty decent film if you ask me, but yeah.
I loved how you said late 1900s.
You know what I mean? The late 20th century.
Yeah.
It's from way back in the day.
It's not way back, but
we already talked about this. So my favorite person in here was obviously the YouTuber dude.
Yeah. What was his name?
I forgot his name, but yeah, just like the YouTuber dude, he was so hilarious.
Yeah. He's only like 26 months old. Bridget was making out with him.
He's like, just turned 26. Oh, okay, thank goodness. Months. What? 26 months. Because he was like, yeah, you could come back to my crib. I can have my parents whip us up something while we turn on some PBS. That'd be so fucking cool.
Just some PBS.
He's like, wait, how old are you? Oh, just turned 26. Oh, okay, that's good. Months. Oh my god. And then you look at his videos, which was probably just a punchline or whatever, but you look at his videos and you're like, how would you not know this guy's a fucking baby? Because he's riding in this little car with a fucking pacifier in his mouth.
Yeah, this guy was basically little Jake Paul.
Yes, bro.
Where is little Jake Paul? I haven't seen him lately. I wonder what Jake did to him.
He's probably somewhere making like mini Fresh Out of London.
That's the title of the song.
Mini Fresh Out of London.
Even though I do like Josh as a character, I feel like his whole arc is trying to relive his younger days.
Yeah, that's the whole concept.
And most of the episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most of the concept for the first season.
Maybe hopefully we'll get a little bit more development in season 2.
Yeah, what I thought was interesting in the first season was that it felt like mostly Josh was like the only person they gave a lot of screen time and development to. Like, we don't know much about Emily except that she's Spanish.
Mexican to be in fact.
Yeah.
Which she doesn't look it.
Yeah.
Not saying you can't have European features, not be Mexican, but yeah, it just strike me as odd, I guess. But she is voiced by a Hispanic actress.
Yeah, but yeah, she doesn't have a lot, not any, like development type of episodes, I guess. Besides the Cool Moms episode.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, I don't think we know anything about Candace. Like, what was she like? I'm not Candace, Emily. What was she like in high school, etc., etc.
Yeah, we'll probably get further development in season 2, but yeah, she's just kind of like the TV mom character.
Yeah.
That we've seen so much of.
Yeah.
Wanting to have a better home and being, I don't know. Just very mom.
Just very
typical mom.
Just very mom.
Yeah.
Scrolly D 2020.
Well, I mean, what more could you say?
Yeah, that's true.
She plays the mom role very well.
She plays the mom role very well. One of the art. Was there any episodes that were just really, really weird to you?
Like to the point of being off-putting, or just
no, just I mean maybe.
I guess the Snell in it one.
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
That one was weird. Where this Garden Snell, has this magic hat that turns time, like fast forwards time and rewinds and stuff like that. I thought it was a bit weird and just kind of like I don't know, like it seems like something we'd come up with, which I don't think is exactly a compliment.
For me is both episodes on that one actually. No. It's the episode before that had
the first date.
No. I have one back on that. The episode before that was So Long Boys, where Josh planned on getting a vasectomy.
Oh, with the robots.
Yeah.
I
thought that one was a bit weird as well.
Yeah, that one was weird, but I don't think to the degree as the Snell one, and maybe even the dog boy.
The last episode? Oh, you didn't like that one? I mean,
Eh.
it was really just like Jim Carrey everywhere type of episode.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing, because, I mean, like, wear your inspirations on your sleeve if you want to, but yeah, it's basically Jim Carrey everywhere.
Yeah. Reference a bunch of Jim Carrey movies throughout. Even have a guest appearance from Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just really, I don't know. This one probably my least favorite, or the one that I was least invested in. Also, it has the different format of being the whole 22 minutes instead of a 11-minute segment. So which do you prefer? Do you prefer the 2 11-minute segments, like a SpongeBob-esque sort of thing, or a whole 22 minutes like a Family Guy or Simpsons?
Well, I think... Well, alright, my first time watching this, I was blinded by biasism and nostalgia and everything, but I did think that some of the episodes probably passed by a bit too fast. Like, the pacing was crazy fast, but on my second watch, I liked it a lot more. I thought the pacing was alright. With the last episode still being a full 22 minutes. Which one do I like more, though?
I think I like the format of like 2 short stories put together.
Yeah, it prevents the issues of becoming boring, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of treading on something for too long.
Yeah.
So I guess that one would make them much more sense, and of course that's what J.D. Quintel's already been doing.
Yeah, also I think with the format, it allows you to focus on one plot, when usually a 30-minute segment of a show usually has a B plot to it as well.
Yeah.
I think it maybe can make the writing process more creative.
Yeah.
But maybe inhibits the development aspect of it. Like you can't really go that in depth with an 11-minute episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with cartoons, I think it's really nice because it is a cartoon. It's not something to be, in my opinion, something to be groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cartoons are a great medium. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it should be groundbreaking or anything. Or I think it's a little pretentious if it does try to be the Midnight Gospel. But yeah, I do like the format of the 2 11-minute segments in one episode. And that's what I was kind of worried about with the last episode being a whole 22-minute time slot is, are they going to do this in season 2? Are they shifting?
No, they're not shifting. They're not shifting.
How do you know? Do you work there?
Yes, I work there.
Are you behind the creative process of Close Enough season 2? Are you
100%? No. If you know any show, really, they'll try to put like a special. It's like the last episode or something, which normally the special's normally longer than the other previous episodes. So I didn't see this as that jarring, I guess, because like normally at the end of the seasons they get like a longer format.
Well, why don't we do the whole split method that Close Enough does and take a quick break to have a word from our ad? Are you looking or have the drive to create your very own podcast? Does it seem like a tedious task or just a dream you have to work your way up through the ranks just to get to? Well, look no further. Thankfully, there's Anchor. Anchor is a totally free site and application that will get your podcast going from the ground up. There's plenty of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. Also, you can make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Make sure to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Welcome back to the Scooch Podcast. Skrilly D, Darries Hill joining you once again. And we're continuing our great discussion about the great Close Enough.
Whoa.
Darries, take it away. Darries, you do...
Wait. I'm not prepared. Wait, what? I'm trying to think of a topic I want to speak on.
Yeah, I think there's a few more things we could hit upon and maybe call it a podcast. But yeah, I think there needs to be a little bit more discussed. I don't think we've gone to the full extent that the show deserves.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Okay, I guess I can come up with something. So something that this show has that I think a lot of shows kind of like fail at, which you can see this being kind of similar throughout a lot of stuff that I say I really like, is the great cast, the great characters. I actually like all of these characters.
Yeah, me too.
Who they are and like what they do. The pranking episode being a funny episode.
The prank war is real.
The prank war is real. Like I mentioned in my video, there's a lot of movie references throughout this entire season.
Mm-hmm.
And it's yeah. Like you even see like the Gremlins in the prank war episode, which is like, what? Why? Which I mean, I don't know. I don't hate it. My first time watching this, I was like, okay, but what makes this stand out from like what regular show was? And I still don't think I have that answer yet, but it's just the first season, so I shouldn't be throwing that at it.
First seasons of shows, they don't really have the characters fully fleshed out, and a lot of times when you go back to the first season of whatever your favorite show is, you'll see that it feels underdeveloped.
Yeah.
To the rest of the show. So, I mean, there's problems for sure in this first season, but you have to allow to let the show grow and let the writing develop further to get a good opinion on it, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. One of the main topics on here was the fact that money wise, they have no money, basically speaking. Money was a topic throughout most of the season as well, with Josh always trying to develop a new game and get it sold off and stuff, with and Emily working continuous amount of hours even though she needs a break, and Bridget being cut off from her rich parents trying to find a job and stuff. And the only person that looks like has no money trouble is Alex, and he fucking writes books.
Well, he doesn't write books. He's a professor, but he aspires to become a writer, to have a Viking sci-fi novel published.
Yep. Which is coming soon? Question mark?
Not a source of income, but yeah, for some reason Alex really likes Vikings.
Yeah, they've
I think he even has a degree in some sort of Viking study from Stanford University.
Yeah, they even state within some of the episodes that him and Bridget has some sort of Viking roleplay sex stuff done.
yeah.
He's like, please do the thing. She like twists the dude's nipples for Vol.
Now is that a Viking ritual that I don't know about?
Yeah, bro, definitely. You gotta ask Knight about that, bro.
But I don't think like video game development wasn't really a driving force that much for Josh. It was kind of just coincidental.
There was a lot of episodes.
When he went to install TVs, he caught up with an old friend. He was a big shot video game developer or whatever, and he's like, oh, whatever happened to Dude Man? Which is a horrible title.
I mean,
and
it is a horrible title.
Looked like an even more terrible game.
But it makes sense when you when you see Josh's character. It makes sense. Dude Man would be the title of the game.
Of course. That would be something Josh would come up with as a good idea. And climbing ladders and clapping hands.
Yeah. Which in the clapping hands episode, that clicked on a lot, I guess. The mannequins really like clapping.
Yes. Well, it was just saying everybody likes, like, they can't resist.
Yeah.
It's like a Guitar Hero-esque style of game, like the rhythm style of game, like dance.
Yeah.
I was looking through some trivia, and maybe you have some insider knowledge, but it says that Clapping Hands was also in regular show.
Yes, it was actually an arcade game in one of the episodes.
Okay. So that was just another nod to be had.
Yeah, which I didn't know, like I said, until doing some research. There was a lot of, like, not a lot of Easter eggs, but there were definitely some Easter eggs. Like,
right. Which is only natural, I feel like, for any creator. Yeah.
Like in the open house episode, like one of the houses that was literally for sale was the house at the park that the main character stayed in.
Yeah, so I remember you talked about that in your perfect successor video.
Yeah, another one was I think there was a blue jay in the last episode that they kind of looked at first.
I didn't catch any of that.
They being Bridget and Emily, but yeah.
Was it the last episode?
Yeah.
When they went to the
last episode.
Yeah, okay. And that lady like made these animals talk. I don't remember. I kind of zoned out on that episode, but
talk. But like you were thinking like, oh fuck, she's into some dangerous shit, bro. She's trying to, I don't know what she's trying to do, but she's into some dangerous shit. But she's really just like, she's really just remaking films into terrible, like horrible, like parody films with animals as actors. She's saying CGI's like old
Yeah.
school. Like we need like actual talking animals in these films.
Yeah. Practical effects are coming back in style. We need actual animals who talk. Which talking animal movies were never a good idea. I never enjoyed them.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
And again, this episode being that episode, a lot of Jim Carrey references.
Yes, you referenced that before.
The Cable Guy, Dumb and Dumber,
The Mask.
The Mask. Yeah, he said the dog said he watched The Mask over and over
300
again
times
to learn English. What?
Dog Boy.
Dog Boy.
Or for to get technical, Tory. But no, we'll just call him Dog Boy. So do you think we'll see more of Dog Boy in season 2? You think he'll be a recurring character? I hope not.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Probably not. It like they like doing like homages sometimes. So maybe you'll see him in like a big over the top almost season finale type of thing later on. You're like, oh hey, I remember that guy. He's from that one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably something like that, but nothing like.
Do you think this was kind of a nod to BoJack Horseman? Because there's also a yellow talking dog named Mr. Peanut Butter.
Maybe.
That's also an actor. So I don't know. I feel like it was kind of a nod a little bit.
Could potentially be.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't understand. It's like why do people think Close Enough and Regular Show are in the same universe? I'm not sure because like Regular Show has a mix of like anthropomorphic animals as well as talking humans, whereas in here it's literally just humans. That's why on the last episode, Dog Guy kind of threw us off.
Also, there's inanimate objects that talk in
exactly.
a Regular Show.
Yeah.
Unless she has the technology to make inanimate objects talk, which wasn't showcased here. But
yeah,
I was gonna ask you, do you think these have any sort of tie in the same universe?
I wouldn't think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think like I wouldn't say they're coincidences that a lot of stuff are very similar, but I don't know. They're coincidences.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I think. I mean, obviously they plan like the Easter eggs and stuff out, but I don't think it's any further than that. Unless maybe like the ratings for the show wasn't as good as they predicted, and they're like, "Hey, let's do a crossover episode. Quick, hurry!"
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I am happy that it's not like totally in your face or blatant. Nods to Regular Show.
Yeah.
Like, they're quite subtle.
Yeah.
Like the ones you mentioned, I barely noticed. Which then again, I'm not so familiar with Regular Show, but I think in terms of aesthetically pointing it out, I couldn't tell.
Just put them in there for the hardcore Regular Show viewers, but not blatantly in your face so it throws the casual viewers off.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect balance.
Which I don't think would be too jarring because there are some weird ideas explored in here or weird episodes. So I think just like shoving in, what's the Blue Jay's name? Mordecai, just shoving him in wouldn't be too weird.
Now, alright, this is something that'd be hilarious, alright? What if, kind of like 2 in the AM PM, only the last couple of episodes are Close Enough, Josh starts taking like heavy drugs and he just hallucinates.
Yeah.
This is a theory that has been going around since Close Enough came out, that Regular Show was all like an acid trip. And Close Enough is like the actual story of these characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what if at the end it turns out to be true?
Who would be Rigby, though?
Who would be Rigby? I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe Alex. I don't fucking know unless you find someone else.
Candace.
Shit, I have no idea, bro. Yeah, Candace, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Even like I think the first episode was kind of a like not the first episode, but like the event that happened in the first episode was kind of a homage to regular show to an extent, like where he was recording Candace going on that little skating obstacle thing that they had.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was kind of sort of a homage as well because they did something similar in the first episode of regular show where they just kind of went over the top to beat up some Hulk Hogan looking doll.
I see.
Yeah, I just thought it was very similar to that as well. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of something cool to say.
But I know you're really into the idea, or you like the idea that everything is, or show like a perfect conclusion that everything it was just a dream or a drug trip.
I don't think
you're really into that concept.
I don't think I want it to be connected. Actually,
yeah.
I'd rather.
I think yeah, yeah.
I'd rather it not be connected. Honestly speaking, because it'd feel like if they tried to make it connect, it'd feel like that it was that was the backup plan just in case the ratings started falling. It's like let's just throw these characters in there. Come on, let's do it. but maybe that's just my what's it called? My cynical mind.
Yeah. The critical cynical.
Yeah, bro. Because that's what they did on Milo Murphy's Law. The ratings weren't that good, so on I think season 2 or something, they did like a crossover episode with Phineas and Ferb, which is their previous show. And
I don't think that should be your scapegoat. It should be write better.
Yeah.
Not shove in episode or characters that you would know.
Yeah, then after that episode, one of the characters, different from Ertz, just stayed on there as part of the cast sometimes. And it's like, okay, I guess, dude. Like, all right, do it, I guess.
Don't get me wrong, this is a good show, but I was quite surprised with the critic ratings on this show. They're quite high.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
I'd say that's kind of surprising as well. I don't know.
Rotten Tomatoes has 100% for critics, but audience score is like 80 something, which is still quite high. But yeah, with critics, I don't know out of how many reviews, but it's got 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like it's just season 1, so of course I'm gonna be like, but it could be so much better. Like I don't know, the characters weren't fleshed out enough, etc., etc. But that's all stuff that can happen later. So I definitely wouldn't have given it 100%.
Well, it's time to ask the question. I mean, just based off the first season, the impression it left on you, does it seem like Close Enough is good enough?
I mean, good? Yes, it's good enough. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think a numerical...
In the context of being a regular show fan, is it good enough? Is it well, yeah, you said it's a perfect successor. So
yeah, of course.
You think it's good enough.
Yeah.
With me, just like being familiar with other adult animations, yeah, I think it holds its own for sure. I could see myself following this show because I fell out of love with things like The Simpsons a long time ago. Family Guy, American Dad. I don't watch any of those anymore. It's just I grew out of them. They're just not fun to watch anymore. But this one was a fun watch. I'll say, it was very easy to hit the next episode button for these.
Yeah, and I guess going on to...
They're very digestible.
Yeah, and I guess going on to that kind of sort of... Don't let the show go on for way too long, because then it is actually probably going to get bad.
Yeah, which is a problem with a lot of adult animations. They don't know when to end.
Yeah.
Family Guy from 1999 still running. American Dad from 2005 still running. The Simpsons from 1989 still running.
Bro,
Bob's Burgers 2010 still running.
Bro, regular show went on for like 7 or 8 years.
7.
Yeah.
Which is a good balance, I think.
Yeah, and even in that short amount of time, it had like 8 seasons, and there was a dip in the ratings where people started not to like the episodes that they were coming out with. They didn't like the relationship between Mordecai and CJ, etc., etc. They thought it was just like a bit overcomplicated, I guess. Mm-hmm. So yeah, by the time the final season started to come in, though, I think the ratings started to pick back up because I don't know. I did like the last couple of episodes, or the last season to be exact.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you ever do watch it, just be prepared for like a dip and then like another rise.
Revival.
Yeah.
Creativity.
Yeah, the only thing, like, yeah, if something dips, the only thing that can make it better, obviously, is more of a story driven thing. I don't think I'd want Close Enough to be story driven though. I think I like the episodic format that it has.
Well, what do you mean by that?
What do I mean by what?
Differentiating story with a episodic format. What do you mean by that?
I said I wouldn't want it to be like a story driven show, like each episode being like something to drive the plot forward. I would not want that for Close Enough. It seems very much.
Just on the episodes, you pick up more information about these characters, and it does advance the plot, just not in a fully obvious way.
Yeah, you know what I mean, bro. Like,
yeah.
Episode 1.
It's not a Breaking Bad.
Episode 1, we're starting training. Episode 2, it's our first bout. That type of stuff, bro.
But you learn more about the characters than having a full plot to follow.
Yeah. I like episodic stuff because, you do actually get to learn more about the characters.
I don't know what you mean by episodic.
Just like episodes that aren't necessarily like in any order. They're random episodes. I don't know. What do I mean by episodic? I don't know, bro. They're just
it's just a more loose format.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Say something like The Wire or Breaking Bad, where each episode counts. You can watch any episode in any order and then be fine.
Yeah, that's what episodic means.
No, it doesn't.
That's what episodic means.
I don't think you know what episodic means, but I think this is a good show. Yeah. Nothing outstanding, but it's animation I'm willing to watch, which there's not many.
Yeah, I think for me, being the connoisseur of anime and animation, I think the show is actually really good. For someone who isn't technically in the adult animation side, like of course, I've seen some episodes of The Simpsons, some episodes of Family Guy. American Dad was probably one of my favorite out of anything. I really liked it. Like being the only adult show that me being really into has been Rick and Morty over the past couple of years. So this is really, really good.
Which they have. Never mind. I was gonna say they have like kind of similar art styles, but they are a little bit different stylizations to them.
Yeah. Episodic, containing or consisting of a series of loosely connected parts or events.
A what?
Episodic, containing or consisting of a series of loosely connected parts or events.
Yeah, but I mean, it still follows a story plot structure, like events connected together. Whereas these, I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that one. If it's loosely, I just didn't know where you're going with saying, because story centric shows are still episodic.
Meaning they have episodes? Yes, they have episodes, bro.
Yeah.
if that's what you thought.
Also, with like video games, you have an episodic adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, but
where it's split up into episodes.
Yeah, but I just meant like events are just not necessarily. Yeah, I guess like normal stuff happens every episode. It's not necessarily episodes that all right. I meant it's not a series that hasn't like an overall plot / direction they're pushing forward to.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
that's kind of what I meant.
And I mean, based on the definition, the literal definition, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was just kind of confused what you're saying. Like,
yeah, like SpongeBob's episodic, like stuff like that. Yeah, like each episode doesn't necessarily have to reference a previous episode. It can be its own thing, etc., etc.
Right, and cartoons are pretty good at retconning each other. Like, wait a minute, that doesn't go along with the story. What you said the last season.
Yeah, that's basically what episodic is.
Which do you feel like that's lazy writing, or
what if they retcon something?
Well, like cartoons are really good at that, where it's like, I don't know, like for example, a character dies and they're back somehow, and we're not going to really explain it. I feel that's kind of lazy.
I mean, I think that's fine, but like in here, if they I'd say if they say something about someone's past or something, or reference like a kind of like tick about them or something that like they never reference, or they reference again but in a different type of way, it might be a bit of retconning that I'm not into. But if like a character dies and he's brought back to life, I probably wouldn't care.
Why wouldn't you care about that? That seems like a pretty substantial change.
I'm not sure. Like, if you saw
they did that with Brian on Family Guy.
I mean, oh no, that's what you meant. Oh no, that's what you meant.
Well, I mean, like, there's various examples, but yeah, that could be
I thought you meant mainstream. I thought you meant like a Kenny type of character, like they die every episode. That's their shtick.
Yeah.
But no, you meant like a Brian. Oh no.
Yeah.
If a character dies and he's back and within the next couple of episodes, I will not like that.
Yeah, it was literally within like the next few episodes.
I would not like that. Like if you're brave enough to do it, like you got to stick with it.
Right.
100%. Oh my god.
Do you think they're gonna kill off any characters in this show?
No. No.
Or you maybe like a season 5 Alex gets killed off?
If anybody, yeah, Alex. Even though Alex is a really good character.
What about Randy? I feel like Randy could be killed off.
Him as well. Yeah. I thought you were just referring to like the main cast.
Like Josh? Could you imagine?
No, I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine, honestly speaking. It'd be like a last episode thing. Like he dies and like an epilogue starts for like 5 years later or so. Like Candace in her teens and stuff. Like, fuck, bro. Things haven't been the same since Dad died.
I don't think it would go down that route with the tone of the show.
It just turns into a depressing BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Things haven't been the same since Dad died.
Which I like the tone of this show. It's just lighthearted funny. Like, it's not even, I would say, dark comedy, because dark comedy can still be disturbing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like the tone of this, it's not too chirpy and it's not too gloom. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it as well. I like it as well. So
maybe you have some insider knowledge that I don't. Why is this called Close Enough? What do you think it's referring to? Like a close enough standard of living?
I honestly don't know. I've heard a lot of people make jokes about the name. They're like, I mean, it's not regular show, but I mean, it's close enough.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, close enough is already done. You know, he's finished with that. He's moving on. So I don't think that was what they were going for.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they were going for as well. With regular show being a show about people trying to live their lives in their 20s, and this being a show about people trying to live their lives in their 30s,
Mm-hmm.
I think close enough is just like you're close enough in life, I guess, kind of, sort of,
Yeah,
like,
to a standard of living. Like,
yeah,
yeah, you're sharing
yeah,
your apartment with another couple that's divorced, but it's close enough to normalcy, I guess.
yeah, because that was a theme that they mentioned a couple times, where like where Josh thought his game was sold, and he's like, oh yes, I can finally do better for my family or whatever. And they're
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, dog, it's fine. Like, you don't have to do all this, bro. We still love you for who you are, etc., etc. So yeah, I think that was actually probably one of the themes they were probably trying to go for with the title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. I like the title.
And by the way, JJ Quintel, if you ever see this, I'm definitely down to interview you if you ever want to be interviewed. Oh my goodness.
JG Quintel, tell him no.
Please, please don't tell me no, sir.
I like his voice. He'd be a good podcast guest.
Yeah, I do like his voice as well. Like,
Yeah.
if you literally hear him talk, like, he doesn't like put on a voice or anything. That's literally just how
Right.
he talks.
Right. Like with Seth MacFarlane and
Yeah.
Brian, it's literally just his voice.
Yeah, it's literally just his voice.
He has a very distinct voice. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though he's almost pushing 40, it's still teenager-ish in nature.
It's like, I don't.
Which I like. It's fun.
Yeah, so I can definitely tell you grew up in like the 80s, 90s. But yeah, is it closing time now?
Yeah, I think it's close enough to a podcast episode. I mean, probably didn't fully explore to the extent maybe other people have, but it's close enough.
Yeah, we did our thing.
Something I wanted to mention before we end the show is, have you heard of Quibi?
I actually have heard of Quibi.
They are officially shutting down.
Oh wait,
It's
really?
no longer a service.
I've never used it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was like directors YouTube, like it was like making original film content condensed in like 10 to 20 minute short films.
Okay.
But I don't think it really caught on because of I think there was a paywall that was maybe too high, or just, it's not. I mean, people can watch YouTube. Nothing's going to beat YouTube. However shitty YouTube gets, I don't think anything's going to replace YouTube.
No, I don't think so either.
It's just unbeatable.
Yeah, like there could be like different things offering different stuff, like a Twitch or like a Spotify, where it's like either
Storyfire, but they'll never be as big as YouTube.
No, I don't think so. Like I think at this point, Twitch is the closest to being as big as YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. I would even say in some regard it is, but
yeah,
maybe not so recently, because with the whole Mixer thing going on, they lost streamers, and now YouTube. Dr. Disrespect, one of their biggest streamers, being on YouTube.
Yeah, no, YouTube also does live streams. Yeah, it's like, oh man.
I heard he might be moving to Facebook. Just from a headline, I haven't really researched it, but
if he does, that's fucking stupid, because nobody looks at Facebook gaming.
Just like Logan's Run. What did Josh say? Facebook me or something?
Oh my god!
And that's what gave it away.
He's like,
only old people.
Yeah, wait. Facebook. Only old people use Facebook. oh no. Yeah, they were trying to look hip and stuff. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
God, I gotta look at.
Well, Darries,
I gotta look at it again.
Do you have any closing words for our loyal and loving audience of the Scooge podcast?
For those of you that made it this far, wow, that's crazy. Thank you for making it this far.
He's humbled.
I guess we should be saying this at the beginning, but we always forget. Follow our stuff, our Reddit, everything else, Facebook, Twitter. Just search Scooge or Scooge Podcast. It'll probably be one of the first stuff up.
It's on the fucking background.
Yeah.
Do your research, people.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna say it every episode. Also, I feel like it's too forced to like start off that cold opening with Scooch.
Yeah. Okay,
you know,
guys,
I want it to feel like a conversation among friends, not. Yeah. You can also donate money to us. But yeah, I mean, if you want to support the show, all the links are in the description box on YouTube. You just click it, you'll see the links. If you want to do something about it, do something about it.
Yeah, we got some fun things coming for Scooch.
Yeah, we have some fun things coming up on the schedule.
That's all we can really
say about it. We all hope you enjoyed
this
episode. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.